Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mind the Rev. This is a drawing video, my third or second, no, fourth. It's a drawing video, that's what it is. Just a side note, I have a fan on. If you can hear that, I'm sorry, but I am not going to do this warm. It sounds weird to say that. So, in my last video that I recorded, I did a little tiny sketch on a artist trading card. So I decided to do something I honestly don't think I've done in a while, and actually draw something on a big sketch pad. Now, much like I've mentioned in my last video, most of my drawing pencils that I use are from college. This sketch pad is in fact something I've had since high school. One thing you learn as an artist is you don't waste anything if you can use it. So I still have sketch pads that have plenty of empty space in them because I would always buy more sketch pads instead of just reusing what I had. So I have sketch pads from high school and college that I will eventually use probably in these videos. I'm not going to show you any of the sketches in this simply because, well, for two reasons: because it was in high school and my actual full name is on some of them, but also because they are not that good. It's clearly looking at my sketches back then. I have come a long way. In fact, one of them, well, I probably still couldn't draw still life too well, but one of them of it's a cup and the shadow of the cup. I didn't have a grade on it. It just said, "See me." Yeah, art is subjective, but when when your art teacher doesn't grade your paper and just says "See me," that's probably not a good sign. But so. And unlike my last video where I limited myself on what I can use, because I haven't drawn on a sketch pad this size, I'm not limiting myself to that. But what I am going to do is use a lighter lead first that I might highlight in afterwards. That's 2B. 2B or not to be, that is not the question. Which pencil should I use? And it's very obvious when you look at the numbers, the letters and stuff. When it comes to, actually, let's see if I can let me see if it's on this. Let's see. This is a unopened box of drawing pencils, and if you can see there, some of it's hard to see with the plastic, but right here is 4H. That's 4H lead, and it is the hardest in this particular thing, and that's a much lighter lead. Well, it's much harder lead. So to actually get something like that to be bolder, it requires more pressure. And as you go over, so you can see that the higher the number of an H pencil, the harder the lead. But then as it gets up to no letter, that's a softer lead. I would say F is about as a little bit lighter actually, but as you get to 2, the higher it is on a B, the softer the lead is, and it's easier to have a bolder. In other words, somewhere in here, I think it's in here, I can find it. It may not be in here, but I have one. Here it is. This I bought individually. I didn't buy it in a container. The number on this is 9XXB. This is an incredibly soft lead. Um, in fact, it's the same brand as this Kimberly, but it's one I bought individually because I thought it would be kind of cool to have one that is such a big pencil, and it's, you know, like I said. But like I said, I'm going to um, use this pencil that I'm not entirely sure where it came from. Stanford Design Drawing 3809, and it's 2H, so it's a much harder lead. Now, what am I going to draw? I don't know. I'm just going to start with little circles that you can't actually see at all. Let me see if I can, right there, little mark. You know, now you might ask yourself, am I going to do the same thing I did where I start and I have little details? I don't know. I don't know what I'm drawing. It's a blank piece of paper that anything can happen. And when I'm drawing, because I like small details, sometimes I will spend a long time just working on one little piece, even though I have no idea what this is, what this is. Big piece of paper, tiny little drawing. Let's see. I love mixed media when it comes to things like this. Just pen, pencil, color, pencil. Most of what stuff I like, I'm not a big fan of like paint and stuff like that. I've done paintings for classes and stuff, but I'm not a big fan of it myself. And I like the look that like the mixed media can give, because the pen, using the pen on this kind of makes the lighter stuff even more striking, because it's, you know, the pen kind of makes it, the pen makes the that stuff stand out a little bit more. And I've seen like drawings of this, of stuff with this kind of design where it's like partially white, partially like black and white, but with a little bit of color. So just um, the idea of having just a little bit of color in what I'm drawing is appealing, because it's, I'll have to show, kind of show the, I have a red, green, silver is not as noticeable, red. And one last thing, I'm going to use a light lead and do and there we have it, a drawing, but it's not finished. For future reference, when I'm quiet and doing a drawing, it's because I have an idea, a concept that I am getting into. And one thing to kind of realize is that an idea can change so rapidly as I'm drawing, because I have an idea and then I change it mid-drawing. It's constantly evolving. was planning to do this, but I'm on such a good roll. I have a thought, an idea. Actually, this is one thing I've done this years ago in the middle of the pandemic. I have pictures of them somewhere. For my youth group, one thing that we did as sort of like a way to keep in touch with the youth and still kind of keep them engaged, and just still connecting with people despite being virtual. We sent cards out. Now, when I would send cards out, um, I wouldn't simply just. I mean, I would have a message, but I would usually draw something. Actually, I would make the cards actually. Um, I think I actually still have one somewhere that I just never sent out somewhere. Um, um, and now, hang on. Color pencil. And one thing I like about because they do it different media. Like right now, by doing the color pencil last, like it's not overpowering the rest of the drawing. Like it's not going to overdo the Sharpie. Um, can't really tell. Um, now we're really going old school crayon. Okay. I think that needs one more thing in this little section or whatever it is to be done. So what? I can't see that. I feel like it needs one thing. I'm not. It's been so long since I've driven. It's been so long since I've driven. That's true. It's been so long since I've drawn anything on a big sketch pad of paper. Okay. I think I'm going to draw one thing here, and then I think I will call it. Let me see if I can. Okay, where is it? Right there, little tiny chicken-looking thing. I don't know. I could continue drawing, but you know, this video, I've tried to keep my videos to like 30 minutes, and this is over 30 minutes, a little bit. I don't know what this is. Drawing of something. It's a perfect example of what sometimes happens when I draw. That there's really no rhyme or reason for any of it. It just happens. I could keep going, but I'm tired. So, drawing video 4, 5. Let me do one last thing. Let me do it with. If one of the things I enjoy watching Bob Ross. Sometimes I fall asleep with Bob Ross playing. That could have been weird. But one of the things that I kind of took from him is the whole idea of like signing a name in red. Rev 7-9-23. Okay. I mean, don't know what that is. I'm not sure I ever will. But that's it for today. Goodbye, everyone. Till next time.